Welcome back to more Blood Omen and Kain's search for vengeance. His bloodthirst can't be quenched, much like my own. And we also joined Kain's search to turn some damn lights on in this place. Nosgoth is a really dark place for some reason. No wonder it goes to shit later on. Actually, according to Kain, it's already shit. And unfortunately, this door is going to lock that we're about to go through, so we can't just walk out the way we came. God, I need some audio variety in this game. At least the women just cry. That is not my joke, but it's accurate.
While it is true that natural light weakens a vampire, magical light can have many uses indeed.
Yes, like turning some damn lights on in this place. Look at how much nicer that looks. I love that sound Kain makes when he fills up on blood, that sound. When you load a save on this game, he actually makes that sound. I wanted to start this video off by saying welcome back to more Kain going, but since I'm playing this on an emulator instead of the console version, I'm loading a save state instead of a manual save, so unfortunately I can't do that. But we can pretend I did. That sound actually reminds me a lot of this lady I used to work with. I swear she's mentally retarded for a lot of different reasons. I used to tell a lot of stories about her early on. A lot of those LPs have probably been re-recorded at this point. But she did some stupid crap while working in the department I work in. But she would randomly go for no reason at all. Like she just took a sip of a satisfying drink, or she finally figured out something that was stumping her for a long time. It was really bizarre. And she also had this sound that she would make where, I don't know if she had a hair stuck on her tongue or something like that, but I just hear her going, pet, pet, pet. And I really wanted to hear a combo. Pet, 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 with an afterwards. Which, in fairness, a hair on the tongue is really annoying. There, I helped you. How are you still talking after I helped you? That is quite annoying. I actually don't mind in Blood Omen 2 that they bring it back a little bit. It's done a lot more sparingly, and it feels a lot more like a nod to this game, which I can appreciate. In this game, you're going to hear that a lot. Oh, please help me, kind sir. And now I'm doing it. Damn it, game. Why am I re-recording this game again? I don't know. So unfortunately, as you can tell, this light spell will fizzle out after a while. It does cost magic because it's a spell. I hate when you're limited on something that's pretty essential. You need this spell to get around some of these places because they are so dark. God, I give these women credit for just crying. That's so much better. Now, don't get me wrong, I hate crying too. And anybody out there who does it should stop. It's really annoying, but in this case, I will take that over the please help me, kind sir, any day. I'm sure I've talked plenty of times in my videos about how I hate crying. There's no crying in baseball and no crying in video games. Unless you think you're buying a game for $16 and it turns out you paid $164 for it. Or if you render a video, delete all the raw footage for it because you figure everything came out okay, and then check the rendered video and it turns out it's corrupted, like what happened to me with Mass Effect 3. If you want to cry a little bit, I'll allow it, but only a little. And then it's got to be followed up by anger and rage. That's what real men do. So it's about time to get out of here, but we can get some well-deserved spoils before leaving. And we got at least one more power to pick up this video. Something missing from Blood Omen 2 and Defiance. Although I think there's a reason for that, which a friend of mine talks about in that LP.
Night dawns, and with it, the vampire grows stronger.
Awesome! That's great! And it's a good thing we got a light spell too, so if it does get night and get really dark, then we've got a spell to deal with that. Huzzah! This area is not actually that dark, which is good. I really find myself wanting a remake of this game. And I've mentioned before I'm using cheats. Here's the first moment where I'm really going to trivialize the gameplay.
My lupine form enables me to move like lightning and leap over obstacles barring my path. But the guise of the wolf brings with it its own kind of hunger and rage.
So in wolf form, you can't use weapons, but you can still fight. What you're supposed to do here is use the wolf form to jump over these spikes, because ordinarily these spikes would hurt you. I was trying to attack the dude, not the scenery, Kain. Fuck all that. That's an annoying trip through the menu, and trips through the menu in this game are not quick. They're not quick at all. So if I can save myself some time and trouble, I'm going to. Plus, in that area, Kain's wolf form, which you can see here, blends in a lot with that flooring and the spikes. I actually needed it to come up here. And with my bad eyesight, I could not see him. I remember doing that on my original playthrough, and I had a lot of trouble seeing my character. And Balemore's calling me. I will have to call him back in a moment. Luckily, this is not a long video. But yeah, trivializing all of these spikes, because fuck spikes. They actually make this game feel kind of video gamey. Although this is an older game, so I give this game a little bit more leeway when it comes to something like that. There he goes, doing it again. Okay, now I'm doing it. Damn it. So the light spell is really useful, but I won't be able to use it too much in this game because that would involve changing spells a lot. Which, like I said before, involves a lot of trips through the menu. I'm not going to show this in the future, but that's what the, I guess you could say, fast travel menu looks like. And now we get what is probably a waste of CG. They really didn't need to do this. Don't get me wrong, for its time it looks kind of cool, and especially compared to the rest of this game it looks very cool, but still, it's kind of a waste. And not a very fast travel. But we needed to come back to the pillars to get where we're going next. There's a lot of walking around doing shit in this game. And I'll be honest, I don't always remember what exactly we're doing nor why. I know our goal is to take out the various pillar guardians. Yeah, if I'm rambling, give me a break. I'm tired. I'm wishing I was doing dual commentary with a friend of mine right now. Not even any specific friend. I have a few I would pick from. Thor, Balemore, the game's librarian, Master G. I feel like that would be going a lot better right now. That's right, let me suck your blood. That's the only thing he wants to suck is the blood. Although, who knows with Kain? I don't judge. I'm already playing as a dude who murders humans, so hey. There will be a lot of that, me going into houses and other buildings to pick up items. In general, I'm not going to show that unless there's something in there I need to pick up. I know at some point there's a switch I have to hit in one of these buildings, and there are times you have to go through a building to get to the next area, which means I don't get to show the brothels, nor the houses with pictures of naked people on them, which is very sad. And there should be a switch in here somewhere. I think this is one of those forges you can go to.
Shed your blood for me, and these artifacts will be yours.
You have different items you can pick up. Flays, fonts of putrescence, a few other things.
So, you come to the Spirit Forge for help, do you, vampire? Trade your secrets for the blood of the dead, I will.
Sure, why not? Just to show it off. I'm not going to be going to these in the future. More than likely. The downside is you're near death after doing it, but you get a bunch of items, so you need to find somebody to kill pretty quickly after coming through here.
One must be wary in dealing with the spirit forges. The wraiths and shades that inhabit them offer items beyond mortal dreams in exchange for a sampling of your blood. The wraithsmiths forge their items with forfeit souls.
Ooh. Well, like I've said before, I'm not going to be doing that too much, so you don't have to worry about it. For now, we press on and get a bat shrine. So if I need to fast travel here again, I can. And maybe now I can finish my thought about the light spell. We are going to be getting a ton of spells in this game. That is an advantage of the wolf form. He runs a lot faster, which is nice. I probably should utilize that a little more. Probably would have been nice to feed off of somebody there, but oh well. We are going to get a lot of different spells in this game. And like I mentioned before, shifting back and forth between them in the menu takes forever. I'm cutting all of that so you don't have to watch me do it. Much like I'm cutting the loading screens in between each room. It takes at least 4 or 5 seconds for the next room to load. And are we getting energy bolt here? I think we are.
The energy bolt employs magical force in its rawest form. A messy spell, but a potent one nonetheless.
And guess what we get to use this for? To flip switches. Get used to that because that's a common thing in the Blood Omen games. You can use it as an attack. It's the only ranged attack I can think of you get in this game, besides the other various items you can pick up, like the flays that I mentioned before. But those run out after a while. This relies on magic. Unfortunately, it's kind of weak sauce, so right now it's okay, but later on it's going to get weak towards some of the enemies that we're going to have to deal with later. And I had a lot of issue with this puzzle for some reason. Oh yeah, you want to drink the blood from these people before doing this, because a lot of times Kain would target them instead of the switch. And if that sounds annoying, that's because it is. And if you didn't notice before, Kain can teleport blood out of people, which is not how I'm used to seeing vampires do that, but hey, whatever works. From a gameplay perspective, it works, especially in Defiance. You definitely want that. But you can see here how having the light spell would be really nice. I don't want to switch between spells. I understand this is an old game, but it's still really annoying how long it takes these menus to load. And I just don't want to deal with it. So unfortunately, that's why no light spell. And we will get a lot of cool spells, except the charm spell, that's pretty useless. And my game freezes up whenever I use it, so I have to use other cheats to get around that. But we will deal with that in video 7. That's the issue I had last video, where Kain for some reason won't drink blood from certain people. I'm not sure why. Unless it's just if he's full on blood, he won't drink anymore. This still seems very inefficient to be dying right away after feeding. And I really hate that camera angle. They could have planned that better. Jump, Kain, jump! Thank you.
The blood of ages flows so sweet. Come, drink from us.
These are nice little upgrade rooms.
Your strength has increased, for our blood enhances.
I think we can now move certain rocks in the environment that we couldn't before. We never see any of this stuff again in the series. In Soul Reaver, that makes perfect sense, given when that game takes place.
The village of Nachtholm was typical of Nosgoth peasantry. Yet amidst the farmers and smithies of the quiet country life prowled brigands and cut-purses.
Okay, I hope there's some extra dialogue that I'll be adding in there. Otherwise, none of that made any sense to me. But you can see those stones blocking the bridge. Kain can now move. And it does make sense. This is Kain's beginnings. He started out as a fledgling vampire, very weak, and he gets stronger as this game goes, and will eventually become the badass in leather pants that a former friend of mine loves so much. I hate those things. I'm constantly running into them. Well, I didn't mean to kill anybody there.
I employ, this is perhaps the cruelest, causing my victim's body to shrink on itself, crushing bones and rupturing organs till the pressure inside bursts the sack of fleshy skin, spraying its contents for all to see.
That would be badass to see in modern graphics. Except the RE engine, which can't make anything but people. Seriously, the RE engine sucks. But I won't start ranting about those games anymore. I've done that enough recently. I do my best to try to avoid activating those signs just because it does take up time.
The blood of ages flows so sweet. Come, drink from us. The rain will do you no harm, for our blood preserves.
These are good rooms. I'm sure Kain really appreciates them. So I don't know a better way to do this. You'll want to use your wolf form to do this. I turned on infinite health for this. I try not to use that.
At times, my magic extends into very exotic disciplines, such as the manipulation of time. I am able to slow time down so I can move about, quick as a wolf, while all others move as though they were mired in mud.
I never tried that in my original playthrough. I'm going to have to try that this time. I forgot all about that spell. There's a ton of enemies and a ton of loot in that area. I cut all that to save time. Yeah, this hurts a lot, but it's quicker than trying to find another way around. So that's what I decided to do. I'll take anything that will help me get through these dead moments where no story is happening a little bit faster. Yeah, I'm quite tired. I didn't even have a tough day at work or anything like that. Went out with a buddy of mine from the office after work. Had a really attractive waitress too, which was cool. Although not as attractive as the waitress we got the last time we went there. Except I don't really hit on the waitresses because I assume they get hit on all the time anyways. But the food was good. But for some reason when I got home, man, I was just tired. I don't know what time it is right now. But it's probably been about 4 or 5 hours I've been home and I've been exhausted. And this is where I'm going to end the video. Activate that. So thank you very much for watching. I will see y'all next time with more Blood Omen and Kain's quest for more power.